Hey, what's up guys? It's Ricky Cecchini, the VP of Product here at CloudRadial, and I'm going to be giving you a quick overview in our new feature, the Add to Planner functionality. It's an automation activity. So if you're not familiar with automations, not really used them before, or just this is your first foray, I definitely recommend checking out the video on them and probably even the article about them. The article contains the video embedded in it, so definitely check that out. But let's get right to it. So let's go ahead and go to Partner and Automations. When we're over here, we're going to go ahead and just take a look at what that automation activity looks like straight up. We're going to add the automation, and again, go to your workflows, check out that add to planner that is brand new, wasn't there before. When you drag it over, you're going to see the options, and it is pretty much exactly what you would expect if you're familiar with the CloudRadial planner. This is one-to-one matching what the planner stuff does. So I can pick a card type based on the categories that I have set up over there, the title, the summary, the description, exactly as the card is. So what's really happening here is you're basically saying, hey, in my workflows, I would like to also create a planner card for whatever you want, right? Let's talk about a specific use case, because that's a pretty generic thing you can do, but there's some interesting things that arise from some partner requests that you can do with this now. So for example, one that I already pre-built before this recording was this VCIO budget review. So if we kind of analyze what I'm doing here is I keep it pretty simple. I just have the one automation add to planner. And then what I'm doing is I'm building it out so that when someone runs this automation, it's going to create a decision-making card called Review Yearly Budget, get a little description of what it's about. I added a little extra flair, so for those that are familiar with tokens, pay attention. For those that aren't, drone out, I suppose, just zone out rather. I'm droning. So what's happening here under the requested by is I'm asking CloudRadial's global tokens to fill in the name of the person requesting it, which is always helpful. And then for additional comments, I'm asking to fill in additional comments. And the way that I envision this and want this to work is I'm going to put this automation inside of a service request, inside of a ticket. So what I want to happen is I want the user, my end user, to be able to just submit a ticket. And without them even really knowing, when they go to submit that ticket, they can submit the ticket to the PSA and whatnot, but it can simultaneously, thanks to this activity, take the answer from their ticket and put that into the planner card. So not only am I going to know exactly what they're looking for, it's going to fill in their name and it's going to fill in their comments to add a little bit more body to the planner card. So let's see how that works. Again, you do not have to do this. It can just be as simple as plugging in an automation saying add a planner card when someone clicks this ticket, which can have value on its own. I'm just being a little extra for the recording. So let's take a look. I've created that. So this would be step one. You create your automation activity with that planner card and build out the planner card how you like it. Then you have to inject it somewhere, right? Somewhere that the user can actually touch it. So in this case, in the service request, I built this budget review request card. Again, from an end user perspective, this is super simple. They literally have a one fielder, right? Why? Because we know what they're asking for. We know they're asking for the budget review. If they have any additional comments over here, and when they hit submit, what's going to happen is I'm going to get that request, right? I'm going to get it as a ticket and it's going to go on the planner as a planner card. So that's super simple from a user experience. On the back end, what's happening is, aside from the usual stuff with the form fill, which is pretty simple, it's just, however much customization you want it, I've got my one field called comments, where I'm just letting them type in whatever they want. And then I have the automation. So you have to have your automation inside of that form so CloudRadial knows what you're trying to run. And in this case, I have that list, right? It's one among the question types that we have is the very first one. And I'm saying VCIO budget review. And then again, we saw that I personally had those tokens. So the @username is one of the global tokens. Again, that article is going to talk about exactly how I did this, and the functions is going to include a link to that global tokens article. And then it's going to have a custom token for additional comments. And all that means is that I have this form saying comments. Under show more options, what I'm saying is, hey, when they answer this question, please fill in additional comments. So automation is looking for add additional comments to plug into my planner card. I'm saying the answer to this question should plug into that area. You don't need an @ sign for this, and that should kind of work as is. So with any luck, what should happen is now, as a user, I submit this thing. It gets created as a planner card. It submits a ticket if I want to. And then once that's all set up, it should kind of work flawlessly. So my name for the sake of the recording is Azure Dev Admin. Let's go ahead and try it out. Budget review request, sure. Comments, I'd like to review this today. Great, we're gonna hit submit. Ticket should get created. We should get the pop-up happening here at the bottom right saying it's successfully submitted. That's to the PSA. which you can disable. Some partners may want to just have this be a planner card button. To do that, you would just clear the routing settings, but I like both, ticket and a planner. And then when I go down to the planner, you're going to see that that yearly budget card just got created. When I click on it, you're going to see that I have, just like the automation said, the body of it. I have the name pulled from the global token, and then my answer as a user in that ticket is filled in the body, and I can just move that along wherever I want it. So super sweet, a lot of versatility. It's definitely not one of the features that you maybe want to jump out and use out of the box if you're not familiar with automations, but for those that are using automations that want to add a little bit more power and a little bit more oomph for their users, make it easier for them to submit planner cards without having to jump to both sections, this feature's for you. So thank you so much for watching, and let us know if you have any suggestions or if you're running into any issues. You can always email support@cloudradial.com. Thanks, guys.